Michael Radler, Double Dipper, Kathleen Miller, W. Tadeo, S.L. Birdie. You work with Deputy Meyer. Is she still on the job at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? Because Deputy Meyer is a corrupt, disgusting fanatic. And she fits right in at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office because you're corrupt, disgusting fanatics. It's a parking lot next to my house. You never heard my name because Dr. Gloria Nichols was in that building. She moves to practice. And now Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah are in that building, and you know who I am because of these two whack jobs. So, Deputy Meyer calls me. What I don't know is that your Deputy Meyer doesn't give a damn what I have to say. And she writes this warrant for my arrest, even though I spoke to her for an hour. And I told her, 20 people a day walk through this parking lot because I can see it from my window. And Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah don't call you about any of these people, only me. I'm the only one, despite the fact that I've walked through it 4,000 times since I moved to Penfield from Webster in 2012 with my girlfriend Laura. So, I speak to Deputy Meyer, and she writes this repulsive warrant for my arrest that results in 6 of your fanatics coming here when I'm not even in the parking lot. So, it's a warrant for my arrest for walking through the parking lot, and you arrested me when I wasn't in the parking lot because I'm on your video surveillance device standing next to the parking lot on Sanders Farm Drive where I live. Are you following me here with the lunatic fringe at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? So, what I did is, I took this warrant for my arrest from Deputy Fascist Stooge Meyer. What's her first name? You know why I don't know her first name for sure with 100% certainty? Because I have an idea what it is. I'm not going to say it, but since I don't know for sure, I'm not going to say it. You won't send me the payroll. And I want to see her name. This woman wrote a warrant for my arrest for walking through a parking lot. I want to know how much she's paid. That's why I want the payroll, and you refuse to tell me. And I want to know how much Deputy Andrew Reality's paid. And he's a whole other freak show. In an organization that's defined by the freak show by you. You are the freak show under Todd Baxter, and he's the head freak. So, warrant for my arrest. You've been sent this registered mail return receipt multiple times. Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah come to your office. Not about anybody else, only me. So where's my 14th Amendment right to equal protection of the laws? And Deputy Meyer writes this warrant. And she also wrote a report that I obtained a copy of. And I responded to every sentence. I took each sentence and tell her to read The Elements of Style by E.B. White and William Strunk. And I responded to it. Because it's a lie. From the first sentence to the last sentence, it's a lie. Quote, on the above dated approximately 1440 hours, HRS, I responded to the above location for the report of a male trespassing. A male trespassing. This is a disgusting lie. Trespassing? I'm going to get to that trespassing. And there's my wonderful little guy that you wanted to take from me for walking him on land that Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah don't own. Trespassing. I've made the same walk for 7 years. 7 years I lived at Sanders Farm Drive. It's routine. It's ordinary. You're writing a warrant for my arrest for walking through a parking lot? This is George Orwell could write this. I'm the only one that activates the fanaticism of Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah. Quote, upon my arrival, I spoke with V. Shah, who stated that H. Chichester was on his property again today, even though he has been informed that he's not allowed to be there. V, he's a victim. Because I walked through the parking lot How is Neeraj Shah a V for victim? Because I walked through the parking lot next to my house twice a day for 7 years. Dr. Gloria Nichols, who was in that building, is my dentist, wonderful, beautiful Dr. Nichols. You think she's running to your office? No. The only reason why you know her name is I told you she was in that office. Did I transform Dr. Gloria Nichols into a V for victim 4,000 times? Did I? You never heard my name because Dr. Nichols is not a hate-consumed, disgusting, vile, pathetic train wreck like Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah. Todd Baxter is a hate-consumed, vile, pathetic train wreck too, your boss. Incidentally, Michael, what's your salary as a double dipper? What are you making now? Is it over 6 figures? I have no doubt that it's over 6 figures. Easily. And what's your salary, Kathleen Miller? I want to know how much you're paid. Do you know, Kathleen, when you go to your bank and you deposit your check into your bank account, that's taxpayer dollars? Do you understand that fact, Kathleen? W today, you know why I don't know your first name, W, baby? Because you won't send me the payroll. I want to see today. I want to know your first name. Same thing with you, S.L. Bernie. What's your first name, S? That's why I have to call you S. You won't send me the payroll. More than 20 times I sent you for your payroll. You public employees, how much are you paid? Especially you, Michael Radler, the double dipper. Are you making over 6 figures with your 25 years on the job as Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee writing speeding tickets, and now you're an assistant to the sheriff sitting next to Jimmy the intern outside the sheriff's office getting him a coffee and a bagel every morning? I mean, what exactly are your duties as an assistant to the sheriff? I mean, do you arrest anybody? I mean, do you shine the sheriff's shoes, Michael Radler? What the hell are you doing as an assistant to the sheriff? And I'll tell you what you're doing. You're being paid off. That's what you're doing. What's Deputy Meyer's first name? Tell me. Tell me what Deputy Meyer's first name is. Shah stated that he confronted Chichester while today he was sick on walking through the parking lot at the above address. Shah stated that Chichester began to swear at him and told him he didn't care if he called the police, and he displayed his middle finger. So I walk by his whack job, and I hear this screaming from behind me. And he's going berserk in his car, and we have this confrontation. So yeah, I gave him the finger, and I told him he was a nuts because he sees everybody else walking through the parking lot, and he only loses it from me. So, I mean, when you walk into your office dungeon, your 2 locations that I'm aware of on Panorama Trail and on South Plymouth, does your colleagues, they scream at you and stuff from inside vehicles? What would you think if you're walking into your 2 offices there and one of your colleagues is inside a vehicle and he's totally losing it? What would you think of that person? Well, that's what Neeraj Shah was doing when I walked through the parking lot to transform him into a V for victim. He's in his vehicle screaming at me. What a joke. So, and yeah, I gave him the finger because I'm giving you a surveillance device, and that's what it is, the finger. Every morning I go out there 7 a.m. before my morning run. Can you tell from right now what I am telling Sheriff Baxter standing on Sanders Farm Drive in front of that surveillance device that Elliot Roth told me about, that I was on, and it was on the phone of the deputy whack job when your 6th deputy whack job descended on me. So can you tell what I'm saying to you every day from Sanders Farm Drive as I stand in front of your surveillance device? Michael Radler, the double dipper, Kathleen Miller, you being sexually harassed on the job, W today on S.L. Bernie, baby. So, Shah stated that he sent Chichester a certified letter that he is not allowed to be on his property. There's also been police contact after that date in which Chichester was reinforced by police that he's not allowed to be on Shah's property. Please see CR18020032 for further info. Wow, that's CR18. I mean, did that come from the CIA that with that big long number there? So I was reinforced by police. I was reinforced? I I mean, did you put me down on a gurney and you get the electroshock therapy electrodes all over me? I mean, you put a sponge on my head with a helmet, you turn on electricity, and you reinforced me not to walk through the parking lot because I'm going to transform Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah into a V for victim. You know, I mean, 4,000 times I've been through that parking lot. So you got the Consumer Insights building and the Shah law firm. I mean, does everybody who walks by it turning them into a V for victim? Because my two neighbors over here walk through it every day. So if I was transforming Neeraj and Layla Kumar and their precious little hearts into a V for victim, then my neighbors over here are doing it. I asked my neighbor, did you walk through that parking lot? He says every day. Every day. That's his exact words. You know where he's going? You Wegmans Food Market's headquarters. Because there's always two of you Barney 5 gun carrying badge wearing jokes alongside the building. Doing nothing. So. Neeraj Shah represents Layla Shah. They represent each other in this incestuous, pathetic, disgusting little law firm. I'd like to know who the hell their clients are. So, reinforced. So, upon my arrival, I spoke with V. Shah, again the V victim, who stated that H. was on his property again today, even though he's informed that he's not allowed to be there. A parking lot is property. This is not Oak Hill Country Club that I'm traversing here. It's a parking lot. What do you not understand about this? And of course you don't understand. Informed. I was not informed he's not allowed to be there. You know what this whack job does? I finished my morning run one day, and he and Neeraj Shah pulls up to me alongside his vehicle, and he asks me, do you live there? And he points to my house. This is after the stop. He knows damn well where I live. This is what you're associated with. He already goes to you. He knows where I live. Your deputy whack shop mind is writing this repulsive arrest warrant, and he's pulling up next to me before my run asking me, do you live there? And this guy is mentally ill, and you're with mental illness. 4,000 times. I can see everybody walking through that parking lot, baby. You know, I'll tell you how you inform somebody. You know, you initiate a conversation, you talk. You know, when I attempted to talk to this whack job. So I go over there to talk to him. Even though he's running off to you, he refuses to talk to me. And so does she, Layla Kumar. So I go over there to try to have a conversation with these two, and they don't want to talk to me, and they called your office, and you're again at my house. Do you understand what you're with? Do you understand what you're close to? You are close to mental illness. You're associated with mental illness. You're linked to mental illness. These are disgusting, vile, hate-consumed people, and you are with disgusting, vile, hate-consumed people. I spoke with Chichester and stated that he never received a map or title to the property and that he was on the property and will continue to walk through 2041 Penfield Road until he's shown the title that proves that V. Shah owns the land he claims he owns. She accidentally got it right. That's accurate. Where's the title? I've yet to see it. So, here comes the toothed tractor rider from Broccola Tree and Lawn Care. Steve Desmond gets on the phone. You're empowering this private citizen to call your panorama trail whack jobs to my house. Steve Desmond of Broccola Tree and Lawn Care is given a phone number, and he is told this Chris Chichester is coming out of his house when the toothed tractor rider goes by, and he's going to tell him they don't own that land, and then we're going to show up and we're going to arrest him. So, I never received the title. They don't own that land next to my house. All I did is go outside for 30 seconds. You can see me on your video device, on your surveillance device. That's what it is. So, I never received anything. All you have to do is look at it. I'm going to show you this again. And, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people that believe in the truth and facts, even though I'm using your names. Here it is again. How do they own that land right there and I was standing right here? How do they own that land? Ask Dr. Gloria Nichols, who was in that building if she owns that land. You know what she's going to say? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's exactly what she's going to say. These two, Nail Kumar and Nail Shah, live in Crazy Town. And you are in Crazy Town with them. And I've demanded the video of me on your surveillance device 50 plus times every single time you refuse to send it to me. And it has an assigned number, an ICN number. That's what it is. It's ICN number. And then there's the number. Anybody sees that video, if that video still exists, of me being outside for 30 seconds, they don't own that land, I go back inside. How do you possibly explain and justify your fanaticism by what you've done for me? And then the first language I hear when you get here, after I see Deputy Fascist Stoudemire fall down on her face in my backyard dirt, there she's laying in my backyard dirt, you 6 fanatics are here. First thing, we just want to talk to you outside, and that's a lie. The first language I ever hear from Monroe County Sheriff's employee directly to me is a lie. 6 of you are here? I'm outside for 30 seconds. 6. So, I've demanded that video over and over. You can check your email. I've communicated with you over 1,000 times. Registered mail, email. Now I'm here on YouTube. And this is a completely different method for communication. Have you figured out yet what I'm doing to you? Has it occurred to you? Because I'm not talking to you, even though I use your names. Because I don't give a fuck what you think. And I'm not trying to convince you of anything. And fuck you. So, Shah signed an information stating he wants H. Chichester arrested for being on his property again today. And information. How do you work with this Deputy Meyer? How do you work with this train wreck? And information? This is the way she communicates? This is the way she writes? Shah signed an information. What is an information? This is incoherence. If he signed something, then it's a document, it's a piece of paper, and use that language. Because I don't know what the hell an information is. And I've demanded this information, and I don't get it. What did he sign? What did Shah sign? What is this information? Send it to me. And I've demanded it over and over. You're going to get more documents from me. I'm going to cite this and send it to you again. Registered mail return receipt, you're going to ignore it. You're going to blow it off. So, and information. I even told you in this one correspondence, mail to my home address this information. I told you when we're reading you, mail me this information. And I get nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. This guy signs an information, which is a document, that leads to a warrant for my arrest, and I'm demanding to see it, and you refuse to provide it. This is the sick lunatic fringe. You're with the sick lunatic fringe. You are the sick lunatic fringe at your Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Warrant advised. I'm going to tell you about the crime statistics in Rochester when this warrant was advised. A warrant for walking through a parking lot I walk through every day for 7 years. People walking through every day. These are the crime statistics in Rochester for last year. 2017. Murders, 43. Rapes, 161. Robberies, 670. Assaults, 971. Burglaries, 1,475. Thefts, 5,673. Auto thefts, 664. Arson, 101. This is called criminal behavior. Todd, the fascist stooge. This is called criminal behavior. Michael Radler, the double dipper. This is called law breaking, Kathleen Miller. This is called violating the law, W. Tadeo. This is called breaking the law, S. Alberti. A V for victim. Walking through a parking lot makes Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah a V for victim when each is inside the building or away from the building. V for victim. Nobody's ever been a victim around me my whole life. Every single one of my family members and friends, acquaintances, co-workers, past and present, will confirm all that. You understand what you're doing to me and what you have done to me? And I'm relentless. I've been relentless for 18 months, and I'm going to continue to be relentless. Because your boss, Todd Baxter, must be removed from office by the state legislature. And he needs a Moreland Act commission to investigate him. Now, I know the four of you don't know what the hell a Moreland Act commission is. You have no idea what a Moreland Act commission is. You expended taxpayer dollars, purchase a camera, a surveillance device to see if I walk through a parking lot. Well, you got this warrant. This bankrupt, nauseating document, a warrant for my arrest. For walking through the parking lot. I just read you that language. So, on June 29th, I go to the fireworks at Harris Whalen Park, which is across from the Wegmans Food Market's headquarters next to Penfield Road. So, that night, walking over there, I see 100 people walk through the parking lot, just walking over there. 100 people, just in a span of about 15 minutes. Walk past, like I said, I can see everybody here. And I leave my house and I walk along the sidewalk. Because I'm the only New Yorker out of 17.9 million that will be arrested for walking through that parking lot. So the fireworks ends. And it was a terrific night. And I come back home. I sit down here where I am now, and I look out here, and it's dark out, but there are lights in that parking lot, so I can see who walks through it, even at night, because there are lights. So, at 10:51, a man walked through the parking lot. You have this communication. This was emailed right here. Michael Radley, W. Tadeo, S. Alberti, K. Miller. And so is Neeraj Shah, got it too. And these individuals in his consumer insights call, he put that surveillance device. 10:51, a man walked through the park and looked right at him. Was he arrested? 10:54, a man and woman walked through the parking lot with the bicycle. Did you arrest the bicycle? 10:57, man and woman walked through the parking lot. Was this man and woman arrested? At 11:01, a man walked through the parking lot. That's just in 10 minutes. And I wasn't sitting here for that full 10 minutes. I got up and I sat back down and they were walking through the parking lot all night long. So I'm going to tell you about what happened before that event. Because there was the parade at Penfield High School. And it was the band from Penfield High School. And I love that band because my girlfriend Laura's 2 children graduated from Penfield High School. And I seen that band. And they're terrific, these kids. You can tell they work hard. They love playing their instruments. They got these precision movements. It was just wonderful to see this band. And they marched down the road right there next to Penfield High School on 5 Mile Line. And it was just terrific, this band. You could tell they really worked hard and they were enthusiastic about playing their instruments. And they're really dedicated to excellence and trying to get it just right. Well, before this event at Penfield High School, the sum of the students, high school kids in the band, walked through the parking lot in their band uniforms. And I'm sitting where I am right now and I'm looking at them. Walk through the parking lot. Did you arrest these children? A crime's a crime. If you're going to arrest me for standing next to the parking lot, you should be arresting everybody that walks through the parking lot, no matter the age, gender. Crime's a crime, right? I know you're not going to do that. But where's my 14th Amendment equal protection of the laws? And I'm not saying you do that, of course. I just want to say no child should ever be arrested at Penfield High School for walking through this parking lot. But if you're going to arrest me for standing next to it, and you're going to arrest me if I left my house tomorrow morning and walked through that parking lot and any Ron Shaw saw me, you'd come and arrest me. But if one of these Penfield High School band students walked through it, you're not going to do anything. So where's my 14th Amendment right to equal protection of laws? Where is it? It disintegrated. That's where it went. Yeah, you are with fanaticism. You are with people that refuse to acknowledge the difference between truth and lies, fiction and nonfiction. This is who you are with. And if you're going to have a warrant for my arrest for walking through a parking lot, well, I should commit the offense. I'm trying not to laugh when I say offense of walking through the parking lot. And I wasn't even in it. So you got a warrant for my arrest for walking through a parking lot, and you six fanatics converged on me when I'm standing on Sanders Farm Drive, which is next to the parking lot. Do you understand what you have done to me and why I'm relentless? I know the answer to that question. I don't expect you to understand at all. Because there's an accusatory instrument here. Accusatory instrument. Nobody's ever accused me of a crime, but that's it right there. Accusatory instrument. So, on December 11th, 2018, this is over a year ago. This is the first time I sent you a Freedom of Information Law document, registered mail return receipt for your payroll. December 11th, 2018. And I've sent it to you more than 20 times since. You've ignored it every time. Why? Why have you ignored a Freedom of Information Law document that demands your public employee payroll? I've been a public employee. I've handled a FOIL for salaries. You disclose your salaries. That's the way it works when you're a public employee. I'm not running over to Wegmans with a FOIL and handing it to Danny and Colleen Wegman and saying, what does everybody make here at Wegmans? That's your headquarters. You always have two of your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife jokes along the building doing nothing. A Freedom of Information Law document compels you to disclose your public employee salaries. And the reason why you refuse to disclose your public employee salaries is that if the people of Monroe County learn what the public employees earn at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Todd K. Baxter never is reelected.